Hey guys, and welcome to the Igloo today. Today we are going to show off the new Test Live server and everything that's in it. So there's a lot of interesting things like this double bed, this campfire, which I haven't really tested out yet. The bonfires have been fixed a little bit, and a large rug for some of the placeables that are in here. But then you'll also have a couple new trophy mounts from the undead coyotes and stuff like that, and undead turtles. So they actually cost less, and they are improved compared to what they were before. And on top of it, now we have traps. Fucking traps ready for this. Now, the one that I'm more excited about, more than these trophy designs and everything else, is the one big thing, and that is the dust trap. The dust trap over the explosive trap, because it offers a better kind of damage threshold, even though you have to have it at more of a spacing. I mean, you have noxious gas that just comes out, and it can do as a ×10 multiplier, and it stays in the air for a while, which is really cool. I really want it to be a little bit longer than what it is, because of how much gas there should be. And that is one of the bigger feats that you would really need to have. So I pretty much stood on this and I was just like, alright, so how long of a noxious gas should there be? And that's how I got to 10, is that everything stacks to 10 now. You can't overstack your poison over 10 anymore. You can't overstack this new perk, which is like noxious gas, to over 10. But as you being a low level, that won't happen. So this is with a test with 50 vitality, and with 50 vitality and staying in 10, it has very, very little effect. It only hurt me about a third. But if you're being raided and you put more of these down underneath the enemy, they can't get in. You just always have a constant spray of this all the time. So this is the explosive one that you can put down. And it's like, okay, so that did about like maybe a 6 with 50 vitality. Alright, so I did another 6. A little bit less than a third. I did it again. Did it again. So like it's not as effective, and plus right now you can dismantle them. And if you chain them like that, it's probably the best way if you're going to be trapping a enemy on top of everything else. But again, when your enemy or your not clanmate is in the server, you'll just be like, oh god. So I also tested it. You can't shoot them. Can't shoot them at all. And what you can do is you can put them underneath, and they'll be like, alright, so you can actually be placeable underneath a surface, and you can have them triggered at a certain distance. If they are too low, then they can be discoverable. If they're too high, they won't trigger. I figured out that you can stack them too. So you can put an explosive one and then a poison one on top. This is probably going to get fixed. But here is the method where like you can actually have it underneath and they cannot touch it. So you have to raise it up a certain amount and then it gets triggered. So if you raise it up to a certain amount and it gets triggered, it's fine. But then you would always have to destroy the ceiling and then put another one on. Just to let you guys know. So now I'm putting up maybe some explosive ones, as well as just a regular poison dust one as well. So now I'm alright, it works. And the damage goes straight through the ceiling. So you not only have the explosives, but now you have the poison gas. See, these palisades, these simple palisades, now do damage, but they don't do enough damage, in my opinion, to become effective just yet, because they don't offer anything. So if you just build it right onto the surface, I cannot agree with it. But if you build a little bit higher than that, just like what with the trap technique, so that you can have them auto trigger underneath them, I would highly recommend it once they can actually have damage on these palisades, because They literally, you can fist them. You can fist them and they don't even be any effect to anybody. Yes, it is cool that they do damage underneath, but if they can't take any hits, they can't take an explosive or anything, what's the point of having them still? Because they're gonna just get destroyed on the first explosion. So it's not even worth putting them up for the raiders that are coming into your base. So here's my other test, is that I have one underneath and I'm using explosives above. So that doesn't work for the dust trap, and now I am testing with it right next to it. So with it right next to it, explosion. Good job. But again, it doesn't really coexist. I mean, if you have it hidden, it's fine, but if you are having it like close to another kind of object or something like that, it's not going to be working if you could just dismantle it in the first place. So I tested it even right above it. So somebody's trying to come through. Yeah, it's not being triggered. It won't be triggered at all. I'm just like, alright, so now I gotta find another way of trying to get this triggered by the attackers. Besides that little raise ceiling method, that's pretty much it. And I'm just like, this is just an example of what you can cover if you're doing 1x1 doors. Even though I don't personally do 1x1 doors, it's more effective when you can cover your whole entryway. And now they can't place bombs unless they want to offer themselves to be poisoned. Alright, so I tested this now with a wall. And I'm like, alright, wall, shelf. Let's see if you can put it on a shelf. It doesn't look like it because it's like, it's overlapping another object. So either way, you can't put this on a shelf. I tried to put it on a shelf. Maybe you can put it on different placeables, but I'm not sure yet. I haven't like 100% tested it, but it's really, really effective. It would be really, really effective if it's on a shelf. I'm just gonna say that it's gonna be really, really effective if it's on a shelf. But just being on the floor and being dismantled if the bombs come through, it's not going to be effective at all. Like, none of these traps are going to be super effective, and it's only going to benefit the raiders, in my honest opinion, if they are going to be just triggered like this. See, and you're mainly starting yourself when you're just trying to get through back and forth, and then it's just like, okay, yeah, now I gotta get away from my base. If I'm being attacked, I'm fucked. If I had a loss of health, I'm fucked. So it needs to have like building priv, like it can't be triggered from friendlies or something like that, or it can be like, all right, it can be triggered through floors, it can be triggered through other things. It should have a trigger. But if something like this is going to have to be, other clans cannot dismantle these landmines. It's just you cannot even place them properly. Like if you place them out like what I'm doing right here, they can dismantle all of them. Yes, it's very effective as a smoke screen, but that's pretty much it. When you're trying to hide, I mean, you can go Ninja Gaiden on them, but with different effects, and this is how I tested if they can all explode or not when it comes to the regular dust ones, because the dust ones have different physics than the regular explosive ones do. So instead of them all chaining together like the explosive ones do, the dust ones would only blow up the closest proximity one towards their setup. So that's just food for thought when it comes to that, as well as just the whole point of mining. Now here is some outtakes.
So, how much damage were you taking? Poison times 6, noxious gas 3. So poison times 4, noxious gas 7, 8. I'm half health right now. 9. Okay, noxious gas is still on me, but arrows are off. Hit that thing on me. See, I'm almost dead, dude. Yeah. Quarter health. Hold on, I'll tell you. 620. Like, just hit E. Yep. Wait a second. So are we in the same group? Hold on. That's fucked up. So hold on, before you do that, hold on. Oh, I was gonna try to dismantle it. Hold on. You can't, so I could dismantle that. So it's the same thing. Oh no! Dude, I barely moved, man. I really did. I tried it backwards. Dude, it took everything. I'm not even close to your fucking wheel. I'm sorry, bro. Just get me down. Can I? Oh, I did? Fuck you, didn't you? Oh, what? Oh, I didn't. Did I? Oh, I guess you can kick the other end. I'm sorry, dude. For fuck's sake, dude. I'm sorry about that. What? I'm like buried underneath the sand. Oh, we're at the start, right? That makes it easy so you don't have to run back, right? Oh, dude, too bad you didn't have that videotape to do that.